Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Pa.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
For today is very good afternoon. I'm going to take a class only for today and tomorrow. Okay. The topic is evaluation of real definite integrals. Okay. That is the one we are going to start today. So you know how to bring Cauchy integral, how to solve Cauchy integral theorem, how to use the Cauchy residue theorem to find or to evaluate the integral. Okay, integral of impossible, we can say, because these are the applications of contour integration. Okay, what is application means? The contour integration are used to bring the solution once it convert to a complex form. Whatever the function may be, the function may be a real definite or a polynomial, whatever it is. Once we convert f of x to f of z, then evaluating the real integral is easy for us because we know how to find the singular points, and using singular points, how to check whether the points inside the given contour or not, and if it is inside the contour, we find the residue for the corresponding point. Once we got all the residues, we know how to evaluate the uh, residue for the whole integration. Okay, so using these procedure, we are going to solve the contour. Contour means a closed bounded region. The bounded region may be a circle, square, rectangle, okay, anything. So first thing we are going to check whether the poles or points lies entirely inside the contour or not. Once it is inside the contour, then we are going to find the residue and we are going to solve the given integration. Right. Evaluation of real definite integrals. Very important. So first, actually, we know many important definite integrals which can be evaluated using the residue theorem. So this theorem should be properly chosen first. Okay, the contour chosen will consist of any straight lines and circular axis. So once the contour is fixed, using Cauchy residue theorem, we are going to evaluate the integral. So under this evaluation of a real definite integral, type 1. Type 1 is integration around the unit circle. Integration around the unit circle. So here an integral of the type integral 0 to 2 pi f of sin theta cos theta d theta form, where the integrand is a rational fraction of sine and cos theta. Okay, where the integrand is a rational fraction of sine theta and cos theta. Okay, now we know that. Okay, let's take. Okay, this sine and cos theta can be evaluated by writing z equals to e power I theta. So what is dz by d theta? E power I theta into I. So dz is I e power I theta d theta. Therefore, d theta will be dz by iz. So you are going to remember these values. Okay, because now we are going to transform theta to z. Okay. Similarly, sine theta equals to 1 by 2i z minus 1 by z. And cos theta equals to 1 by 2 times of z plus 1 by z. Okay, this integral takes the form. So after converting sine to z, the integral takes the form integral over z f of z dz. So here f of z is a rational fraction. Okay, rational function. Function of z, and C is a unit circle. So type 1, defaultly, the contour will be the unit circle. So you are going to check whether the poles are lies inside the unit circle. Okay, once integral 0 to 2 pi converted to 0 to integral over CF of the dz, then the contour becomes the unit circle here. Okay, the integral now equals to, say, 4. This integral over CF of z dz can be obtained by Cauchy residue theorem, 2 pi I times of sum of residues. Okay, so this is the procedure. This is what your type 1. Any doubts here? Okay, so we are going to solve few examples in type 1. Example 1, listen carefully. Solve or evaluate integral 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 2 plus cos theta. Okay, now using Cauchy residue theorem, we are going to solve this integral. Very first step, we know that cos theta will be replaced by 1 by 2 times of z plus 1 by z. That is 1 by 2 z square plus 1 by z. And d theta is dz by iz. Now, integral 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 2 plus cos theta equals to integral over c dz by iz upon 2 plus 1 by 2 times of z square plus 1 by z. Now integral over c dz by z into, take that 1 by I outside. Okay, now 4z square plus z square plus 1 divided by 2z. So z getting cancelled. So 2 by I integral over c. Sorry, this is 4z. I'm sorry. Z square plus 4z plus 1. Right. Now we are going to evaluate this integral using Cauchy residue theorem. Okay. Just take this integral alone. This is equation 1. Let take the integral over c dz by z square plus 4z plus 1. Now first, what is the contour here? Contour is a unit circle. Now put the denominator to 0. solve it for z. So z equals to d square. So minus 4 plus or minus 12 by 2. So minus 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 by 2. Okay, therefore z equals to minus 1 plus or minus root 3. So these are the simple poles. Okay. Minus 4. Okay, minus. So minus 2 plus or minus root 3. Ma, are you listening? Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which are simple poles? To use residue theorem, we have to check which pole lies inside the contour. Okay, which pole lies inside the contour? For that, minus 2 plus root 3. So minus 2 plus, what is a root 3? 1.732. Yes. Which is minus 0.2679, less than 1. So minus 2 minus root 3, definitely more, which is minus 3.732, which is more than 1. Okay, therefore, z equals to minus 2 plus root 3 lies inside the contour C. So it is enough if you find only residue for that pole alone. Okay, so residue for the given function at the pole minus 2 plus root 3. It's a simple pole. So limit z tends to minus 2 plus root 3, z plus 2 minus root 3 into 1 by z plus 2 minus root 3 into z plus 2 plus root 3. So this is getting cancelled. While substituting the value, we get minus 2 plus root 3 plus 2 plus root 3. So 1 by 2 root 3. So this is the residue. Now substitute in 1. Okay. Now the equation 1 becomes, already there is 1 2 by I into sum of residues. So 2 pi I into 1 by 2 root 3. So I getting cancelled, 2 getting cancelled. So 2 pi by root 3. Okay, this is the value of the given integral. That is integral over 0 to 2 pi d theta by 2 plus cos theta equals to 2 pi by root 3. Okay, no substitution, nothing. Only we convert. Okay, so we have converted thetas to z and is found simple poles. Also identified the pole which lies inside the contour. So for that pole which lies inside the contour, we brought residue. Finally, the integral is 2 pi I times of sum of residues. We have only one residue here and already 2 by I is outside. Cancelling out the common terms, we left with 2 pi by root 3. Any doubts here?
No. No, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Similarly, example 2. Evaluate integral 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 5 minus 4 sine theta. Okay. So we are going to use using contour integration. We are going to solve this, right? So we know that sine theta will be replaced by 1 by 2i z minus 1 by z. Okay, that is 1 by 2i z squared minus 1 by z. And also d theta equals to dz by iz. Now convert the integral. Integral 0 to 2 pi d theta by 5 minus 4 sin theta is converted to integral over c dz by iz divided by 5 minus 4 times of 1 by 2i into z squared minus 1 by z. So this and this will be getting cancelled. So we left with only 2. So similarly, you can take that 1 by I outside and that is here. Now 5iz minus 2z squared by z minus 2z squared, 2z plus 2 divided by iz. So this getting cancelled. I also getting cancelled. So integral over c dz by this is z square. That's it. Right. So minus 2z square plus 5iz plus 2. Please check whether I'm right or not.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
So always it is easy if you bring the coefficient of z squared as 1 before proceeding the contour integration. Okay, residue theorem. So I can take minus 2 outside so that 1 by minus 2 integral over c dz by z square minus 5 by 2 iz minus 1. Okay, I have taken minus 2 outside. Okay. Now take this integral alone. Integral over c z squared minus 5 by 2 iz minus 1. Okay, let equate the denominator to 0 to find the singular points. Okay. So z equals to, plus have it as a fraction. Okay. Z equals to 5 by 2i plus or minus root of 25 by 4 minus b squared. Okay. So 5i by 2. So 20 minus 25 by 4 minus 4ac. So plus 4 divided by 2. So 5 by 2i plus or minus root of minus 25 plus 16 is minus 9 by 4 divided by 2. So 5 by 2i plus or minus 3i by 2 by 2. Okay. So the poles are 8i by 4, comma 2i by 4. Therefore, z equals to 2i, comma 1 by 2i, which are simple poles. Okay. So what is the contour? Contour is a unit circle. Therefore, out of these, only z equals to I by 2 lies inside C. What is C? Modulus z equals to 1. Okay. So find residue for only that point. F of z at z equals to I by 2. So limit z tends to I by 2. Z minus I by 2 into 1 by, I can write this as z minus 1 I by 2 into z minus 2i. So these two will be getting cancelled. Now substituting Here I by 2 minus 2i. So 2 by minus 4 minus 3i. So minus 2 by 3i. Am I right? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, in 1, we have what? Minus 1 by 2. And that integral will be 2 pi I into sum of residues. What is that? Minus 2 by 3i. So minus 2 and minus getting cancelled. I getting cancelled. This integral equals to 2 pi by 3. Okay, that is integral 0 to 2 pi d theta upon 5 minus 4 sine theta is 2 pi by 3. Right. So example 3 is a general form of the previous two problems. Okay, you can easily correlate. You can easily correlate the integral. Okay, I'll just solve the third problem. Evaluate integral 0 to 2 pi d theta upon a plus b cos theta, where a is greater than b is greater than 0. Right. Now substitution. The integral over c dz by iz a plus b cos theta 1 by 2 times of z square plus 1 by z. Now 1 by I, you can take it outside. Integral over c dz by z 2az plus z squared b plus b by 2z. Be careful in taking this. So z getting cancelled. We get 2 by I integral over c dz by dz square plus 2az plus b. 2az plus b. Right. So we got this. Now, as I said, the previous problem, always bring coefficient of z square as 1. Okay. So I'm taking b outside. So 2 by ib integral over c dz by z square plus 2a by bz plus 1. Okay. Now we are going to solve this integral alone. And I'm marking this step as 1. Let equate 2a by bz plus 1 equal to 0. I'm finding the singular points z equal to minus 2a by b plus or minus root of b square minus here by 2. So minus 2a by b plus or minus 2, I can take it outside. So a square root of a squared minus b squared by b divided by 2. Therefore, minus a plus or minus root of a squared minus b squared by b. That is your z. Now, very important part is we have to check which pole lies inside the contour. For that, we are already having a constraint that a is more than b and b is more than 0. Right. Using that given condition for a and b, we are going to identify which pole lies inside the contour. So here z equal to minus a plus root a squared minus b squared by b and minus a minus root of a squared minus b squared by b are simple poles. You know why I'm just calling it as simple poles? Because this is only the order of this pole is 1. So out of these poles, okay, out of these, only z equal to minus a plus root of a squared minus b squared by b lies inside. Okay, how we are just finding it? Let. What is the condition? Both a and b should be positive. That is very important. Okay, that is the condition. First condition. Another thing, a should be more than b. A equal to equals to. Start with very minimum and verify. Substitute in this minus 2 plus or minus at 4 minus 1 by minus 2 plus or minus plus root 3 plus root 3. So minus 2 plus root 3 is minus 0.26 something, which is less than 1. Okay. So definitely minus 2 minus root 3 is more than 1. Okay, using this condition, using the given condition, we have taken. Okay, this pole lies inside the contour. Now, to make it easier, because solving, finding residue using the root of a squared minus b squared is very difficult. Okay, so take z equals to alpha and z equals to beta are singular points. Okay, that is z equals to minus a plus root of a squared minus b squared by b. Take it as alpha, and z equals to minus a minus root of a squared minus b squared b. Better take it as beta. And we know that alpha lies inside the contour. Okay, now we are going to find only for the alpha, and also we know if, okay, we can find residue for a particular simple point using another formula, that is P of A upon Q of A. Okay, so using that formula, residue for the function f of z at z equal to alpha is P of alpha upon Q dash of alpha. Now, do you know this formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is P of alpha?
And then
Okay. Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. P of alpha, the numerator, which is 1 by Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. Okay. Now we are differentiating this. Using this formula, we are differentiating this. So this is my P of Z and this is my Q of Z as per the given function. Okay. So this is the formula I'm just going to use. So no need to first disturb. Let. Okay. We know that residue f of z at z equal to alpha is P of alpha. The numerator, it is 1. So simply 1, where P of z is 1 and Q of z is z minus alpha into z minus beta. On differentiating this, we get z minus alpha plus z minus beta. Okay, now put z equals to alpha, because at z equal to alpha, we are going to find. So alpha minus beta. Okay, alpha minus beta. Now substitute. Alpha is minus a plus root of a squared minus b squared. This is minus, so plus a plus root of a squared minus b squared divided by b. So it will just go like this. And then a getting cancelled. We get b upon 2 times of root of a squared minus b squared. See, if you solve these type of problem in this way, it is very easy. Otherwise, finding residue as usual. Okay, using the formula limit that tends to a plus root of a squared minus b squared by b means definitely while doing the calculation, you may miss some terms. Okay, so apply this residue formula. Before applying that, assign some alpha beta for those poles. Make it easier. Okay, we're in a simple form. After using the simple form, bring the residue and replace again alpha beta, and we got the residue. Now put it in 1. What is 1? Already there is 1. 2 by bi. Okay, into 2 pi I times of residue. B by 2 times of root of a squared minus b squared. So b getting cancelled, I getting cancelled, 2 getting cancelled. We get 2 pi by root of a squared minus b squared. Any doubts here?
Ma'am, can you show the previous page? Ma'am, how can we declare P of Z is equal to 1 and Q of Z is equal to Z minus alpha, Z minus beta?
Is going to write this integral, right? This integral. How can I write this integral? Integral over C dz by Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then what is P of Z by Q of Z? P of Z by Q of Z is 1 by Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. So P of Z is the numerator, which is 1, and Q of Z is the denominator, which is Z minus alpha into Z minus beta. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, whatever your pole, we can write the pole in terms of these. This way. So there are so many important problems here. Okay. Just want to solve one more problem, but it takes more than 5 minutes. Okay, so we will solve that problem in the next class. One more problem in two problems. Okay. I'm going to solve 2 problems in this Cauchy residue. Integration around a unit circle. After solving these 2 problems, I will introduce type 2. Okay. Integration around integration around unit circle. It is type 1. Type 2 is integration on the bounded on the semicircle. Okay, region. That is your type 2. Do you have any doubts here?
No, ma'am, no doubts.
Okay, thank you so much.